All right, let's explore this. Today, we're diving deep into something a lot of us think about, maybe even worry about, building real, lasting wealth in real estate.
Yeah, it's a big one.
And our source material today, Skyscraper Wealth, Slow Growth for Lasting Real Estate, it kind of challenges the usual go big or go home idea, offers a really interesting perspective on what actually sticks around.
It really does. You brought some great stuff here.
So our mission really is to pull out the key nuggets. How do you build that portfolio that, stands tall for the long haul, not one that just crashes and burns?
Well, the first thing that jumps out is this core metaphor they use, right?
Yeah.
The difference between a rocket launch and building a skyscraper.
Okay, unpack that for us. Rocket launch versus skyscraper.
So the rocket launch, that's all about speed. Getting that unit count up fast feels good. Big ego boost, maybe.
Uh-huh. Sounds familiar.
But it often means you're burning through capital like crazy.
Uh-huh.
And your systems, your operations, they just can't keep up. It's kind of that grow now, figure it out later approach.
Right, which can be risky. So the skyscraper is the alternative.
Exactly. It's steady, floor by floor. You build a solid foundation, make sure that floor is generating durable cash flow, that it's resilient, before you even think about adding the next one.
So it's not just slow for the sake of being slow. It's about methodical stability, making sure one part is solid before building on top of it, like preventing the whole thing from failing later because you rushed.
Precisely. It's about building in resilience from the ground up. And interestingly, the source points out this isn't just a real estate thing.
Oh, like other industries do this too.
Yeah, totally. Think about Chick-fil-A. They deliberately limited how many stores they opened, right? But they obsessed over quality, making each location run perfectly.
And they ended up with higher sales per store than almost anyone.
Exactly. Or Patagonia, that famous "Don't Buy This Jacket" campaign, seems crazy, but it built this incredibly loyal following because they stuck to their mission.
Okay, I see the connection. So for someone listening, investing in real estate, how do they apply that Chick-fil-A or Patagonia mindset?
It means maybe you don't buy that next property just yet. You cap your own expansion until your current properties, your existing floors, are genuinely rock solid.
Rock solid meaning.
Meaning repairs are funded, you've got proper reserves set aside, your management, whether it's you or someone else, is completely dialed in and efficient. Only then do you build higher.
That takes discipline. Okay, so foundation is stable. What about financing? Debt comes into play eventually.
Always. And the source is really clear here. Debt's a tool, but it can absolutely be a trap. It's about how you use it.
Like what specifically? Any guidelines?
A big one is matching your loan amortization to your actual hold period. So if you plan to hold a property for 15 years, don't get a loan with a balloon payment due in 5. You're just setting yourself up for a potential forced sale if the market's down when that payment hits.
That's a huge one. Easy mistake to make, especially when you're focused on just getting the deal done. What else?
Well, in times like we've seen with low interest rates, using fixed rate debt is smart. Inflation then kind of works for you, eroding the real value of that debt over time.
Letting inflation do some heavy lifting for your balance sheet. I like that.
And here's a really practical tip. Stress test your cash flow. Like, seriously, model it out.
Yeah.
Can your properties still cash flow if interest rates jumped up by, say, 2%?
Ooh, that's a good reality check. Can you weather a future storm?
Exactly. The source has this great quote, "Debt is a scalpel precise in skilled hands, bloody in rookies."
Yeah, that sums it up perfectly. Okay, so managing debt wisely, building methodically. It sounds like it leads to a different definition of success altogether.
It really does. The material flat out says freedom beats unit count.
Freedom beats unit count. I like that. But what does that mean for an investor? Isn't the goal usually more doors?
It means success isn't just about how many properties you own. It's about time autonomy. Can you choose not to take a deal? Can you skip meetings? Could you even potentially take a year off from actively hunting for deals if you wanted to?
Okay, so it's about control over your time and choices.
Yes, and focusing on your mission. Only doing deals that align with your values and provide the right returns. It's also about community growth, building good win-win relationships with your local contractors, lenders, even your tenants.
So maybe you should measure success differently. Like instead of counting doors, count, I don't know, free hours per week.
That's exactly the idea. Shifting your metrics towards what supports long-term durability, both for your portfolio and, frankly, for your life.
So how do you put this into action? Are there concrete steps?
Yeah, the source offers a few practical things. First, Really audit your current portfolio. Look hard for those weak floors. Where are the thin reserves? What maintenance keeps getting pushed off?
Be honest about the vulnerabilities. Okay.
Then, get super clear on your buy box. Write it down. What are your non-negotiable criteria for any new deal, based on that mission and the margins you need?
Having clear rules so you don't get distracted by shiny objects. Makes sense.
And this one's interesting. Try a one-in, one-out rule for new debt. For every new loan you take on, aim to retire an old one, or maybe refinance it into something safer, more stable.
Oh, I like that. Keeps leverage in check.
And finally, schedule regular freedom reviews. Maybe quarterly. Just ask yourself, did my activities over the last 90 days actually increase my time autonomy, or did they decrease it?
Keeps the real goal front and center. Okay, this really ties it all together. It's a whole deep dive. It's showing that building wealth that lasts, well, it's not a sprint at all. It's more like careful engineering, brick by brick, like building that skyscraper meant to last generations.
Exactly.
So thinking about all this, what's the big takeaway for you listening right now?
I think it really comes down to a fundamental question. In this world that's just obsessed with speed and scaling up fast, are you building one of those flashy rockets? The kind that look amazing for a bit, but are ultimately designed to burn out?
Or are you patiently, meticulously building that resilient skyscraper? Something designed to stand tall and strong, long after those rockets have flamed out and disappeared. It's about embracing that patience, really honoring your own mission, and thinking hard about what true durability looks like for your investments and, for your life.